everyone, it's Jen here. So I'm going to put together my warm-up routine for you so that you've got it as a visual aid if you need it. All right. First and foremost, as I ask you in every single session, we need to make sure that you're obviously able to do the exercises before you start. So any changes in symptoms, health or medication, you need to tell me. Obviously you can't because I'm on a video, but if you're saying to yourself, oh yeah, I've had a bit of this and a bit of that going on, don't exercise, okay? Speak to your GP if you can. If not, we're on the other end of the phone if you need to speak to us, if you've got any questions, queries, concerns, etc. Okay, so I'm going to get started. I'm going to try my best for you, okay? And we'll see how we go. Okay guys, so I'm going to start off with the main part of the warm-up for you, okay? So we're going to start by marching nice and slowly on the spot, as you do in every single class of mine that you come to. Okay, think about your RPE, think about what Chris said in the first instructional video. You want to build that up nice and slowly, get your breathing and your heart rate starting to climb nice and slow. Okay, make sure your chest is nice and high and that your arms are nice and loose. So we're going to tap our toes forwards. So we're pointing our toe down. Okay, we're really exaggerating the point as we're tapping our toes forward, stretching the front of the ankle, front of the leg. Now you don't have to keep up with my pace, you can do whatever pace suits you. Okay, it's just an instructional video for you. Back to marching. Again, arms nice and loose, chest nice and high, no slouching, none of this. Now we're going to dig our heels, so we're digging our heels, driving our heels into the floor, pointing our toes up. So the hand motion, that would be the heel and that would be your toes. So you're pointing down the heel, alternating back and forth. Back to a march. Again, keeping nice and loose, don't want to be too robotic. Then we're going to take our marches a bit wider, so aim for a bit more than shoulder width apart or thereabouts if you can. You don't have to lift your knees particularly high. Okay, a few more of those, then we're going to hold it there. We're going to put our arms down by our sides, we're going to bend to the right for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, hold on the 8. Feel a nice little stretch around the hip area there. Back to centre, opposite side for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, hold on the 8. Again, hold it there a few seconds and then back to centre. Arms folded in front, rotate right for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, hold on the 8, back to centre, opposite side for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, hold on the 8, back to centre and march. Okay, so just a few initial stretching and rotation exercises for you. Now we're going to dig our heels again. So as we were before, drive the heels into the floor. This time we're going to bring in our arms and do a bicep curl. Just helps to get the heart rate up nice and gently. Then, as I always say to you in class, check behind you because we're about to toe tap behind. So keep your arms nice and loose by your sides. I prefer to do the motion. Keeps me going. And then we're going to bring in our arms. So bicep curls again. Then we're going to go back into our marching. This time we're going to pump the arms through. So imagine you're power walking, pump your arms through, punch through the air. Okay, from there we're going to add in a side step. So we're going to step to the side, tap toes in the middle. Again, keeping your arms nicely by your side. If you want to incorporate your arms, then you can. Think about your breathing at this point. Maybe you might be going a little bit too fast, slow it down. Now we're going to flick our heels up behind us. Let's do a hamstring curl. Almost kicking our bums if we can reach them. And then we're going to bring in those arms again. Just make the movement a bit bigger and a bit more vigorous. Okay, we're going to hold it there now. We're going to do our stretching. So right leg forwards, left leg back. And then we're going to take our arms out behind us and lift away. Stretch the front of the chest. And also you should feel a stretch in the back of your leg that's behind you. We're going to transfer our weight to our back leg, straighten our front leg, bend towards your toes, nice straight back, head up. None of this. You want to keep your head and your chest nice and high, back's nice and straight. Bend your knees on the way up, left leg forwards, right leg back. Take your arms out in front this time. You can either do it this way or that way. Doesn't matter, as long as you're feeling a stretch across the back of your neck and your shoulders and down the back of your leg that's behind you, I'm happy. Transfer your weight to your back leg, straighten your front leg, bend towards your toes, nice straight back, and keep your head up. If you want to increase the stretch, go down to touch your toes. I'm not that flexible. Bend your knees on the way up. Now, find something to hold on to. I haven't really got anything, so I'm going to go out of shot a little bit and bring your heel up to your bum. So bring your leg up behind you. Try and keep your knees together if you can, and keep your chest nice and high. Hold it for a few seconds, and then you're going to swap legs. Again, knees together, chest high, hold it for a few seconds. Remember to grab onto your ankle, your toes, or back of your trainer or your trouser leg. Gently release, back to marching. Get the blood flow back in the legs. We're going to roll our shoulders forward, so we're going to mobilise the shoulders a little bit more. And back. Now we're going to increase the cardio element a little bit more. And we're going to keep marching. We're going to punch forwards. By now your breathing should be starting to feel a little bit more laboured, but not too much. We're going to punch the ceiling. Keep marching, keep your tempo. And forwards again with the punching. Okay, we're going to keep marching, arms out in front, and we're going to speed ball round. So we're going to take our wrists around each other, just like the boxers do. Just help to warm up the shoulders a little bit more. Take them high, so speed ball high. Keep marching if you can. Speed ball low, down to waist height, belly button height. Remember, chest is nice and high. And then let's go back to centre. Okay, we're going to hold it there. Feet hip width apart or a bit wider if you prefer. And we're either going to twist from side to side, or we're going to pulse from side to side, or bob as I like to call it. Okay, if you're twisting, then make sure you're twisting the whole of your body. You're not doing that. Okay, so twist the whole onto your toes. Okay, I prefer to bob, so I'm going to bob. Okay, if you're bobbing, remember you want nice soft knees. You don't want to lock your knees out. You don't want none of this motion. Okay, then we're going to add in a punch, corner to corner, across your body. Your breathing should start to feel a little bit more laboured, but not to the point where you can't talk to me if I was there. We're going to punch overhead, so think Rosemary Conley. That's what I say to you in class all the time. And then we're going to take our punches back across body, so corner to corner again. A few more of those. Keep those knees soft. Okay, hold it there. I'm going to take our hands out in front now. We're going to do some high knees. So whatever level you want your hands at, try and get your knees to touch your hands. You don't have to be up here. You can be as low as you like. Small movement. I prefer mine here. Then if you want to, you can alternate hands to knees. So touch your knees up above your head and then back down. If you don't want to do that, just carry on as we were in the beginning. Okay, I prefer to do this. Okay, hold it there. We're ready for 2 deep breaths to finish. Breathe in and out, and in again and out. Okay guys, that's your warm-up that you normally do with me. You should be ready to do your main component of exercise now. As we always say to you, when you're exercising, if you feel that something's not right, stop immediately what you're doing, okay, and just assess the situation. All right, and don't do anything that's too strenuous for you. Okay guys, have fun. Also, if you're indoors, make sure that you're very well ventilated. Obviously you don't want to get too hot, and make sure that you've got a drink handy as well in case you need it. Okay, so let's assume that you've done your warm-up, you're already nice and warm and ready to go. So first of all, we're going to start with marching on the spot. We're just going to think about your RPE. So remember, you want to be sort of nicely warmed up at around about a 9 by the end of your warm-up. So then we're gradually going to climb and making sure that you get into around about a 12, 13 during your workout. Okay, first exercise we're going to do is side steps. So we're going to step to the side, and we're going to do 8 on each side, so that's 16 in total. I think that's 6. There we go. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add in 2 side steps to the side. So we're going to go 1, 2, just like that. Making sure your arms are nice and loose. Make sure you're nice and relaxed, upper body nice and tall. That's it. Hope you can all see me okay. I'm not going too much out of shot, but you get the drift. Then what we're going to do is we're going to add in a squat and a side step. So I'm just going to slow this down. So we're going to squat, step, squat, step. So reach your arms forward, back nice and straight, chest nice and high. Okay, so that's your movement. So we're going to do that for 8 each side. So 16 in total. 8 is your key number. Remember, you don't have to do it quickly. You can do it as slowly as you want. Pace yourselves. Okay, then we're going to take it into a double and a squat step. Remember, we're going for 8. If you feel you need to just do 6, that's fine, or less, that's also fine. Think about your breathing. If you feel that you're already at an 11, slow down. Okay, last one. And march it out. So you should be feeling a little bit warmer. Use some big muscle groups there. So the next one we're going to do is pumping your arms nice and high, just like we're doing your warm-up. So pump your arms nice and high and then exaggerate the movement. We're going to do that for 8 on each side, 16 in total. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take our elbows to our knees. So I'll just slow it down for you. Cross the body. Try and touch elbow to knee. If you can't, don't worry. Just do this action. You want to get a little bit of a twist. Knees nice and high as much as you can. Alternative here would be hanging onto a chair and then just that motion there. So do 8 on one side and then you would turn around, chair this side or turn around and then do 8 the other way. Okay, so that's your low intensity alternative. Back to marching. So next one, if anybody does my warm-ups, you know that I like to do a little bit of boxing just to get you nice and supple, shoulders and everything nice and warm, but it's also really good cardio for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our feet nice and wide. Now if you're a real boxer, you can step 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, or you can just keep them nice and level. You're going to jab, cross, in front of you. So we're going to go for 8 each side, so 16 in total. I believe that's 6 each side. And then we're going to march for 10 seconds. And then we're going to go into a hook. So just for demo purposes here, your hooks, I want you to be feet hip width apart again, or if you prefer to be standing with 1 foot back, 1 foot forward, just so you've got a little bit more stability, that's fine. So with your hooks, you're going to come round, bring your hip round, or if you're standing like this, turning. You want your fist in line with your face. We're marching on the spot, and our next exercise is going to be transferring our weight. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our stance a bit wider and then just come up onto the balls of your feet, pointing your toes, a little bit like what we do in our warm-up, keeping your arms nice and loose, hands on your thighs, or if you prefer, you can have them behind your back, whatever feels most comfortable to you. Okay, so remember we're going to go for 16 of these in total, so 8 on each leg. I know I'm doing more, but it's just more so for the visual aid for you. Then what we're going to do here, just to add in a bit more, is adding our arms over and over, okay? So I like to call these rainbows because it's kind of like you're making a rainbow. Okay, so you're going from side to side, just adding in a little bit more of the arms and just loosening up the torso a little bit more, working that a bit harder and getting a little bit more blood pumping around the body. Now, as I said, we go 8 on each arm, which is 16 in total. Okay, keeping your knees nice and soft. Don't want none of this. Okay, I want to keep nice fluid motion all the way throughout. Okay, we're going to take it back to our marching. Now your last exercise, you'll be pleased to know, is called a box step. Okay, so what we're doing is we're going to be taking our leg forwards, forwards, back, back. Okay, so you're creating a box as you step in. I think it looks more like a triangle, however, it's called a box step. Okay, so you're going to lead with your right leg first of all. You're going to do 8 of those and back. Again, put your hands wherever feels most comfortable. I like to put them just on the top of my legs, okay, just so you step in. So when you step in, make sure you're not overreaching, okay, you just want to be stepping, nice soft knees. Okay, let's do 3 more and then we'll march it out for 10 seconds. Okay, back to marching. So get your breath back, use your marching in between to get your breath back. Okay, and now we're going to do the same exercise again, but you're going to lead with your opposite leg. So you're going to step, step, back, back. We're going to do 8. So as you step in, make sure you're bending your knees, squatting a little bit, and then coming back up. Chest is nice and high throughout, back is nice and straight. Okay, I've lost count now, so I'm going to do 2 more. And then we're going to go back to our marching for 10 seconds. Now, if you're feeling up to it, you can do the circuit again. Okay guys, so you've done your main component of your workout, hopefully, and now we're going to do the cool down. Okay, so you're going to do cool down that you do in my classes. We're going to start off with a slow march, so very similar to the warm-up, but you're just going to slow it down a little bit more. Okay, not by a lot, but you're just gradually bringing your heart rate, bringing your breathing rate back down to nice resting levels. Okay, we're going to tap our toes forwards. So remember, you're pointing your toe down, stretching front of the ankle, nice and slowly. And then we're going to go back to a march. So with your marching, I want you barely lifting your heels off the floor. In a normal march, we're doing this. I want you to be about here. Nice and slow. Remember to keep your chest nice and high and breathe in throughout. Dig your heels, so nice and slow, exaggerated digs of the heels. Remember, keep your arms nice and loose by your side. We'll go back to our march. Remember, just barely lifting the heels off the floor. Okay, hold it there. We're going to put our arms down by our sides. Bend right for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold on the 8. Left arm over to the right. Feel a nice stretch in your side. Back to centre, opposite side for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold on the 8. Right arm over to the left. Again, feeling that stretch in the side. Back to centre, arms folded in front. Rotate right for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold on the 8. Back to centre, opposite side for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold on the 8. Back to centre and march. Okay, roll your shoulders forwards. And back. Okay, we're going to do our stretches now. So right leg forwards, left leg back, arms out behind you. And place the hands in the small of your back and squeeze your elbows together. Transfer your weight to your back leg, straighten your front leg, bend towards your toes, nice straight back, head up. Remember, no slouching, head up, back straight. Bend your knees on the way up, left leg forwards, right leg back, take your arms out in front. And then we're going to gently raise our arms above our head. Transfer your weight to your back leg, straighten your front leg, bend towards your toes, nice straight back, head up. Bend your knees on the way up. Find yourself something to hold on to again. Bring your heel up behind you. Hold in for a few seconds. Think about your breathing. Knees together if you can. Gently release, swap sides. Gently release, back to a nice slow march. Loosen your ankles off again. We're going to roll our shoulders forwards again. And back. do hands on our hips, and we're going to rotate round in big circles for 3, 2, 1. Then we're going to go back the opposite way for 1, 2 and 3. Feet together and 2 deep breaths to finish. Breathe in and out and in again and out. Okay, well done guys. Just finished your cool down now, so go and have yourselves a cup of tea, something to eat, and we'll see you soon. Okay.